Well, good morning. Well, actually, it's afternoon. Just got done eating lunch, so it's afternoon. Good afternoon, everybody. We're out here today working on some tires. I hate tires. They're one of the things I hate the worst in life. But we got the good out of that one. As you can see, there weren't much left of it. And this machine, it's a potato digger, for those of you who don't know. International. Don't know what model. Probably out of the 50s maybe, but it's PTO driven instead of ground driven, and it's still got all the original them are some pretty neat old universals, but they still look in good shape. They don't wiggle too much, so they're still usable. But yeah, this tire over here is flat, so I'm going to take this one off, and looks like it started to break down off the bead right there, so it might not be too bad. But I want to get it off before it staves up the guard. The guard on the other side got caught up in that tire, and the guy straightened it out as best he could, but it folded it right up around, and I don't know. I'll have to do a little bit of work to it here, see if we can't get it back on. But this old potato digger, I think it'll work. It's got a lot of wear in the apron. You look how thin that is. That's apt to go 5 feet and break. I may be able to dig the 800 feet of potatoes and it may hold together. I'm not sure. But it's it's kind of one of those things. It's going to be sketchy at best. But we're going to get it going. The guy, I made a trade for this, so I don't really have any money in it. I had an old bulldozer that had a bad motor, and it weren't worth much. I mean, and I also got that the saw blade on my saw rig. That was part of the deal, so I traded this and that saw blade for the old bulldozer. It was an old MC, and this thing's been setting, pretty sure he said about 35 years. So it's been around a long time. Anyway, I'm gonna go get a square drive socket, because these are square drives, as you can see, and put just a little bit of penetrating oil on them, and we'll see if we can't get these things loose. Well, I got my power out here. Luckily we got power back. We got power back about 2 hours ago. We hadn't had any power here for 36 hours, I guess. That tropical depression, Isaias, whatever it was. Anyway, these square sockets, for those of you who are unaccustomed to them, this one was made with Crescent. They do still make them, and if you ever find them in a yard sale and you say, what would I ever need that for? That's what you need it for. And it makes life so much easier to have the right tool. So anyway, that beats the heck out of trying to wrench it off with an adjustable or a regular wrench. I'm actually surprised these come out as good as they do. They're nothing but a carriage bolt for a stud. I'll pick all them up. Yeah, I guess we got them all. Huh. Slopping that old girl. There we go. Come on. So they're one of them was loose. Yeah, they're just a carriage bolt. Pretty cool. Low budget. Seems to do the purpose. Yeah. A lot of slop there. Probably should be pinned on the other one, but it ain't gonna matter much. We're only gonna pull it 1,000 feet or so in a day. So this right here, she's pretty well growed together. I'm gonna go get some tools. We'll see here if we can't get that apart. Boy, I never would have believed that would have broke down that easy. Huh. That is absolutely amazing. Whoop. Huh. Yes, look at that. And that rim is going to need a little love. It's got a hole in it. That's all right. For a potato digger, it'll work. Yeah, I guess we got to get some tools, do some prying. Well, everybody, as you can see, kind of run into a snag here. This is bad from, well, it's got a hole there I think I can weld up, but from here on, from that back there all the way to here, and then I don't know if I'm going to replace that or just put a little weld in there. I might just put a weld, but it's thin. But basically, I got about 25 inches of rim that's junk. And this is a 16-inch rim. This is off of a 17-inch rim. But it's close enough that I can work it as I go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut that off right at the corner right here. The length of this, which from that mark right there, it's going to bring me, well, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to probably cut it off back here. Probably about in here somewhere. And got a little more length than what I need. I had this old tire somebody dropped off because it was a 6-hole. Thought it would fit my old Chevy, which it will. But I don't run anything this wide. This is a great big wide tire. And you know, it's one of them rims that's not made really to, I don't know why it says temporary on it, but it does. Anyway, I just cut a piece out of it. Didn't even unmount the tire, I just hacked it off. So anyway, I'm going to shut the camera off and we'll go ahead and spend probably a half hour. I'm going to mark that out with some soapstone and probably go along and get the torches out. I think that's going to be a faster way to do it. And I might even get the torches out and just plain follow along in this groove right here. I think my piece is tall enough. I can probably run the tip right along there. That'll probably give me as good of a cut as I'm going to get. Because if you look at it from here, it's just about even with that. I might be a little shallow there on material. But if I stay towards the upper side a little bit, I think it'll be all right. And if I narrow this up 1/8 of an inch, that potato digger won't know. So anyway, I'm going to let you go here while I do some calculations. Yeah, everybody, this is what I came up with. I just sawed this off with I cut it off. I laid the torch down on the side right there and just went right around it like that. That gave me a flat edge. And I believe, it looks to me like once we grind it, we'll be just about dead on. And it seems to fit the profile real good. Like I say, it's a little wide, it's 1 inch bigger. But this will spring especially if you put a little heat to it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grind this end to fit real tight. I'm going to get that little 110 welder out, and I'll do some tacking right here for about 3 inches, and then I'll start working my way right around. When we get to the other end out here, we'll just snip it off wherever we have to with a torch, and lay it up against it and finish it. Pretty simple. Anyway, till I get ready to go here, I'm gonna shut you off again. A lot of grinding. Well, everybody, we started right up there, welded in a new side, got it all the way down to there, and it's not a perfect weld. The welder I was using wasn't really a heavy duty enough. I mean, it'll lay a bead on top, you know, some places it looks pretty good, but it doesn't really have enough heat. I welded on the inside and it never had penetration enough to really get down through it, but it's a potato digger, so if it was a highway wheel I wouldn't trust it, but for what it is, 20 pounds of pressure in it, it'll hold. We'll be all right. So anyway, that's going to be the end of this video. Yeah, sorry I didn't get the tire on and all that. We'll do that maybe tomorrow, but anyway, we'll hopefully by tomorrow night we'll have the old girl on her feet, and as soon as we get her on her feet and stuff, we're gonna give her a try out in the potato patch, see what she does. So hope you enjoyed. Hit the thumbs up if you like it, and yeah, hope to see you again.